Hi and welcome back to the channel. If you have been watching my kind of latest videos, you know that I am going over the Symphony Essentials collection from Native Instruments. I said I was going to be doing a complete kind of cue or cinematic intro once I had kind of done most of the videos. So I've only got percussion left to do, so I thought I would crack on the brass ensemble, horns, tubas, the strings, so the violins, the cellos, the violas. I've got woodwind clarinets, I've got some flutes, and I've used the field drums and the timpani from percussion, and I've got a couple of Rise+Hits, some Pharlight and some Straylight. So I haven't reviewed Rise+Hit or Straylight yet, so those will be coming up at some point because they are both pretty good. So I'll just run through quickly what they kind of sound like. So the first track is the full brass ensemble. So what I'm doing is I'm varying the articulations, and I've got two patterns: longer pad style pattern and a shorter kind of more staccato type pattern. That is kind of duplicated for the brass and the strings, and then mixed up in the track as it goes along. So I've got the articulation on this first track as crescendo, and so that is, and it is using the actual full, so tubas, horns, trumpets. So the second track is using the same ensemble, but I am using the decrescendo. And then I'm using the horns from the ensemble, and that is on sustain. And then we've got the tubas, and that is on staccato velocity, and I've got repetition on 4 times and 1/8 speed. So that kind of goes along, and the accent is on the first note. The first of the strings, so we've got the violins, and I think all the strings are on sordino sustained vibrato. And I have all the effects are on, all the strings are on cinematic, and all the horns are on cathedral, I think. So that's the only thing I've got switched on is the reverb. Apart from that, they are natural kind of sounding. So that's the violins. We've got the cellos, and again it's on vibrato, which is kind of my favourite setting for the strings, I think. And then the violas. Which are gorgeous. And then we've got the woodwind. So there isn't much woodwind, I have to say, because I found it quite difficult to kind of get that to work. So this is my first piece of kind of, you know, orchestral music. So it took a while, to put it mildly. So the clarinets are on, what articulation are they on? They're on staccato, and they've got an arp. So it's a 3 count 1/8 speed, and it's just going up. Or is it going up and down? I've got a solo flute as well. So that is on staccato as well, and it has the arp going up and down. The first, the percussion. So I still have to do this one, So this will give you a quick look at, so these are all the instruments that you get. So you've got bass drum, cymbals, you've got field drums, glockenspiel, gongs, marimbas, snares, tambourines, timpani, toms, triangle, and xylophones. So I'm using the field drums, so the field drums are rather nice. I just can't remember which key I've got to press. So you can see, you can put the mapping on. So there's velocity layers, so they gradually get louder as you go up from kind of like C3, and then you can work your way up. And then they've got the edge, and then I'm using the crescendo and the flams. And then there's that kind of effect, which is kind of like a roll. There's also the timpani, and I think I'm using the flam on this as well, am I? Yeah, I'm kind of so you can get tremolo, hits, and flams, and dampen. So you can play something and then just immediately dampen it instead of it. So if I go to the tremolo, and that'll just immediately dampen it. This is the yellow key. So there's tremolo, and then there's hits. So that's pretty cool. And then, like I said, I'm using that lovely kind of flam. Now, Rise and Hit as well. This is another one that I've not done yet, and this is pretty mental. As you can see, it's kind of made up of kind of two samples. So this is Convolution Orchestra. So I'll just play so you can see. You get a rise, and then a hit, and then a, which is, but you can actually just play the hit. So you can, so the purple keys are the whole kind of thing, and then the yellow keys is just going to play from the hit. It's pretty cool. And like I said, you've got all. I've not. Like I said, I have never even looked at Rise and Hit until I started doing this. So I will be doing a separate video on that because there's a lot. So I'm on Hybrid Orchestra, and that is just some of the presets. So there's absolutely tons of presets on this. So yeah, so that is pretty cool. So I'm using that one, and also tuning the noise from the hybrid one as well. So these are, I mean, for cinematic stuff, this is bloody genius. Let's turn this up a wee bit. So you can kind of see what's happening down here. So it's pretty cool. One of my favourite Pharlight, which is Desolate World. So this is kind of the intro. So it kind of uses. So I recorded a whole. If I just move that out of the way, I recorded a whole kind of track just of Pharlight, and then duped it to Straylight. So yeah, and Straylight, which again I haven't reviewed yet, it's pretty cool, and I got this boom bottom. How cool is that? So yeah, so we've got a bit of that going as well as the Pharlight. So that is pretty much the whole kind of building blocks to this track. And like I said, you can see I've got different things going on for the drums and the timpani. That is how I put it together in Logic. And I'll close this down and I'll open the finished track and play through that. And that said, it's about 4 minutes. So I will let you hear what that sounds like, and we'll catch up at the end. Right, so there we go. That was the full composition using Symphony Essentials plus a bit of Rise+Hit and a bit of Pharlight Straylight. Gives you an idea what you can do with the Symphony Essentials collection from Native Instruments. So thanks for watching, and as usual, if you are enjoying these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.